She tried to show them mercy. They were so confident in our defeat. But I assure you, Father, they have no idea what they're up against now.
The start means dealing with the lingering problem of Finn. Haley and I will return home and take care of my wayward brother. Elijah will remain here with you. He's been experiencing some side effects.
Single violent outburst at a filthy roadside cafe. One never hears the end of it.
You two can bond. Rebekah should already have woken up in the body of Angelica Barker. You should expect her shortly.
Rebekah, it's me again. Please call.
Yahtzee! You want one?
Then what? Opening up to you, bearing my damaged soul, as it were.
Your mother really did a number on you boys, didn't she? What was the name of Don Quixote's horse?
This is absurd.
Fine. How's Haley? You two seemed close.
Rocinante. Horse's name.
3 European countries begin with the letter A.
Albania, Austria, Andorra.
Rhodes Secretariat to the Triple Crown in 1973.
Wrong ticket.
I refuse to believe that you just happened to know that. I'm sorry. Elijah? Elijah.
I'm not as fragile as my brother suggests. Rebekah, where on earth are you? I see. Forgive me.
Elijah, are you okay? Elijah, please calm down. Please calm down.
I need you to trust me. Right now, the most important thing is that you are there.
Brother, you are asking me to do nothing.
Protecting hope.
Let me call you back. My sister's missing. My family is in jeopardy. I owe you an apology. Forgive me.
If you ever want to talk about it, it's kind of what I do.
I remember the love between you. We were a family once. I remember it all. And I remember the day that we lost our Freya. You should have stopped there. Instead, you had them, the monsters you call children. You will all pay.
Search the entire French Quarter. Finn's vanished.
I was hoping you had a plan B.
Your job, keep Cole alive until we learn Rebekah's whereabouts. Are you listening to me?
Yeah. When I was getting the werewolves out, I got bit.
I will get you out of that house, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm home all right. Best place I want to be.
You all right?
Just hungry.
Haven't you found Finn yet? For a witch of your caliber, your spells are not particularly efficient.
Trying something new, but I need to concentrate. Stop standing over me like a stalker.
Both have the same goal.
Really, my goal is to get Cole out of your house alive. He's your brother.
And I also have a sister, one who I happen to care about more. Till he tells me where she is, Cole can rot.
Ouais, tu l'es mon ennemi en temps. I saw glimpses of him. He's combining sacred objects, totems.
Where?
The Leon tomb. He's channeling your parents.
Klaus was told every single day that he was a monster, so he decided to become the most terrifying monster the world had ever seen. He took the label Mikael gave him, and he turned it into a weapon. He turned it into armor. If everyone was afraid of him, no one would ever dare to hurt him the way Mikael had. This defense mechanism worked. For a while, it kept him alive. It helped him survive Mikael's abuse, but it also trapped him, because the more he embraced the monster, the more he cut himself off from the one thing he wanted more than anything. Love, acceptance, belonging. He pushed his siblings away. He pushed away anyone who tried to get close to him, because he believed deep down that he was unworthy of love. That if anyone ever saw the real him, the broken boy underneath the monster mask, they would reject him, just like Mikael had. Mikael did not stop abusing Klaus when the Mikaelson family fled the New World. He followed them, He spent 1,000 years hunting Klaus across the globe. He killed anyone who ever helped Klaus. He destroyed any home Klaus tried to build. He made it clear over and over again that he would never stop, that he would hunt Klaus to the ends of the earth until he was dead. This constant threat of annihilation reinforced the paranoia in Klaus's mind. He could never settle down. He could never trust anyone. He could never let his guard down because Mikael could be around any corner. He could be coming for him at any moment. This is the context for every terrible thing Klaus did over the next 1,000 years. Every time he killed someone, every time he manipulated his siblings, every time he betrayed someone who trusted him. It all came back to that paranoia, that hypervigilance, that belief that the only way to survive was to strike first, to take power, to make everyone fear him. He was not just killing for fun. He was not just manipulating for power. He was trying to build a world where he was safe, where no one could ever hurt him again, where Mikael could never reach him. This brings us to the always and forever vow, the promise the Mikaelson siblings made to each other after they became vampires, the promise that they would always stand by each other always and forever. For most viewers, this vow is the heart of the Mikaelson family. It is the promise that keeps them together through everything. But the truth is, before Hope was born, this vow was not a source of strength. It was a cage of codependency that trapped all of them, but especially Klaus. The always and forever vow was the only thing Klaus had that felt like safety. It was the only promise that had ever been made to him that he thought might not be broken. But he also knew from his childhood that even family could turn on you, that even the people who were supposed to love you could hurt you. So he spent 1,000 years trying to control his siblings to make sure they never left him. He daggered them when they tried to go their own way. He manipulated them into staying with him. He punished them when they defied him. He did this not because he was evil, but because he was terrified. Terrified of being alone. Terrified of losing the only family he had. Terrified of being abandoned the way Mikael had abandoned him. His siblings enabled this codependency. Elijah spent 1,000 years making excuses for Klaus's behavior, cleaning up his messes, trying to fix him. Rebekah spent 1,000 years bouncing between loving Klaus and hating him, between wanting to stay with her family and wanting to build a life of her own. Cole spent 1,000 years acting out, trying to get the attention and love he never got from his family. Finn spent 1,000 years resenting all of them for trapping him in a life he never wanted. They were all trapped in the cage of always and forever, bound together by their shared trauma, unable to break free, unable to fix each other. This is the critical detail that most casual viewers miss. Klaus's 1,000-year reign of terror was not driven by a lust for power. It was driven by fear, by paranoia, by the trauma of Mikael's abuse, by the desperate need to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel like he belonged. The monster he became was not who he was. It was the armor he built to survive. It was the defense mechanism that kept him alive, but also trapped him in a cycle of violence and pain that he could not break. Even after Klaus finally killed Mikael, the ghost of his father never left him. The paranoia was still there. The hypervigilance was still there. The belief that he was unworthy of love was still there. Killing Mikael did not fix the trauma. It did not erase the blueprint Mikael had built inside his mind. It did not break the cycle of violence, because the damage had already been done. It had been done 1,000 years before when Mikael first looked at Klaus and saw a monster instead of a child. This is the state Klaus was in when he learned that Haley Marshall was pregnant with his child. He was trapped in a prison of his own making, trapped by his paranoia, trapped by his trauma, trapped by the monster he had built to survive, trapped in the cage of always and forever. He had all the power in the world. He was the most feared creature in the supernatural world, but he was not free. He had never been free. Not since the day Mikael first raised a hand to him. The birth of Hope Mikaelson changed all of that. It shattered the architecture of paranoia that Mikael had built inside Klaus's mind. It broke the cage of codependency that had trapped the Mikaelson siblings for 1,000 years. It forced Klaus to confront everything he had buried, everything he had feared, everything he had run from, and it gave him a reason to finally break the cycle, to be better, to do better, not for himself, but for his daughter. In the next chapter, we're going to break down exactly how Hope's birth acted as a catalyst for the deconstruction of Klaus's ego.